Hey English learners! Welcome to 3 English, the channel that delves deep into idioms, slang, and phrasal verbs. Today marks part 2 of our exploration into the most common slang terms related to money. In this episode, we're focusing on some slang alternatives you can use instead of the word money. But before we begin, it's worth noting that money is one of the most frequently used words with numerous slang alternatives, not only in English but in all languages. While we're not obligated to use them all, they're fun to learn and will help you understand native speakers better. Without further ado, let's dive right in. Our first slang term is dough. Normally, dough refers to flour mixed with water and other ingredients used for making bread and other baked goods. However, in our context here, it simply means money. Let's see some examples.
You don't think girl looks like that? Has that much dough? Can't be real. All right?
You wonder how she put so much dough in her bank account.
What money? AC said you had some dough for me.
Bread. Yeah, bread is another term for money, just like dough. This association exists because both dough and bread represent essential food items in life. So, it makes sense to use money to buy dough or bread, which is why money is sometimes referred to as dough or bread. Additionally, you might hear cake used as a slang term for money. Moving on to Moola. It's an informal term for money. Let's go through some examples to help you remember it.
How about money? Moolah.
Put your moolah in the fish. You have a lot of moolah.
Here is the moolah.
Greenbacks. Greenbacks is slang for US dollars deriving from the green ink used on American currency.
That is an impressive amount of greenbacks.
Well, Mr. Moon, I've learned that the greenback dollar isn't the only way to get things done in this great country. Let's...
Yes, that's why we call them greenbacks.
All greenbacks. I don't want you to put a penny of that stuff in the bank.
Bring home the bacon is a phrase commonly used to mean earning money, especially for one's family. Time to see some examples.
I gotta go to work so I can bring home the bacon.
Well, somebody has to bring home the bacon.
Hey, kids. Nice fight. 2 more wins, you take home the bacon.
Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Now, let's learn some words for various amounts of money, from $1 to $1,000. First, a dollar can be referred to as a buck or a single. For instance, instead of saying $5, you could say 5 singles or 5 bucks.
He calls himself Bob and he gives me the money up front. $200 a night.
How much?
$10.
If you got $10.
I was just wondering if you had 5 singles.
10 singles would be fine.
For $5, it is colloquially known as a fiver, 5-spot, or simply a Lincoln, referencing Abraham Lincoln, whose portrait is featured on the bill.
You dropped a $5.
What?
That $5. You dropped it.
You know that 5 spot you gave me?
Please, I got a 5 spot. There you go.
Next up, for $10, you can say a 10-spot or a tenner. Time to see some examples.
Okay, later, if you're feeling magnanimous, I'll still take a tenner.
Put your tenner back in your pocket.
How about a 10 spot? Maybe 20?
Benjamins is slang for $100 bills, a reference to Benjamin Franklin, whose portrait is featured on the bill.
How many Benjamins does your daddy have?
It's all about the Benjamins, remember? Fight game is all about the Benjamins.
Finally, $1,000 can be referred to as a grand, or simply a K.
100 grand? That's over 12% of our budget.
I gave us 300 grand.
How much cash? $200K.
I want my $600K.
She gets the apartment in the city and 30 grand a month.
200 grand.
To summarize, money encompasses numerous slang terms beyond those we covered today. I'll leave some additional ones for your curiosity in the first comment. In our next episode, we'll delve into slang terms specifically related to richness and wealth. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, so you won't miss out. Peace out, everyone.